Okay, we're live. So for the first time ever, when I clicked go live, instead of it just going live, it said, "Do you want 720 or do you want 1080?" In the resolution. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Wait, why am I hearing this? There we go. Okay, sorry, hearing something there. Anyway, so I was like, "Wait, what do I do?" And so I went with the lower resolution here. I hope you're cool with that because I didn't want to risk choppiness and all that crap. And anyway, so my gosh, I've got volume turned up. I forgot I was watching the hockey game on the tablet last night. So there we go. That's why that was cranked up. Okay, think we're good now. And let me also say one last thing. I was talking to Brandon Morse before we got started here. Hi, Brandon. How are you?
Hi, I got a
Yeah,
mouthful of cranberries.
yeah. You didn't think I was going to that fast,
No,
but
I
I was
didn't.
telling.
I thought I had time.
You didn't have.
I
I know.
thought
I
I had
lied to you.
time.
I said. I tell you what. I'm gonna do a couple quick things here. Anyway, but no, I lied. You're right. So I was talking to Brandon before we got started, and I said, "All right, mark this day down, May 24th. It's the first day of the summer season that I'm having to attempt to use my portable air conditioning unit that I paid way too much for toward the end of last summer. I barely used it, and I thought, okay, I'm really going to need this up here because it gets really hot right here. As I was telling Brandon, and now I'm telling you, if I sat 1 foot this way, I would be fine. But back in this little window cutout thing upstairs here in the room above the garage, it just gets hot right here. And with the computer and the lights and stuff, it doesn't help. So here's my question, y'all. This is why the big dramatic setup. Can you hear the air conditioning? Is it annoying? I might have to go back and listen to this episode later. So I want to see your comments if it's too loud. But I have this portable AC unit with the distilled water that I used to get this thing going. So anyway, this is going to be an experience. Let me know if it's annoying on that end. Okay, Brandon. Oh, before I forget, next week we've got my buddy Jonathan Haggerty. You're going to love him. He did an interview with me on At the Mic back in the day. His life story is fascinating. Chris Cruz will also be here, and I'm going to guilt trip Jeffy all week, drag him in here. And then the following week, June the 7th, we've got Glenn Beck's executive producer, Stu Bergier, and Jason Buttrell, my co-workers over at The Blaze, which is where I met Brandon Morse and also Brad Staggs, who, by the way, Brad will be joining us here shortly. But he's on his way home from level 1 trauma surgery that he can tell us all about here momentarily.
Did he tell you what kind of surgery it was?
Oh, he's going to tell us all about it.
Oh, he's going to tell us? All right.
Yeah. He's now a Mrs. No. Oh, wait. Let me tell this story real quick, and then I want you to tell us, because you've got some exciting stuff going on. Before
it has nothing to do with transitioning, though.
Has nothing to do with transitioning. Yeah. There was some drama 24 hours ago in my life regarding missing keys.
Mm-hmm.
So I lost my keys at work over at the Blaze.
Okay.
And I wanted to get out of there. Let's go.
Right.
Okay. It's time to go. We pre-taped today's show because it was a conspiracy show. And so I was looking forward to a 4-day weekend. But I couldn't get out of the building. And I looked everywhere for these keys. So help me. Because let me back up.
So you were stuck at the Blaze.
Stuck at the Blaze. So Wednesday night, Carrie and I went to a movie premiere. And it's actually very good. If you want more information on the full story of how General Flynn was treated, Michael Flynn, it's a fascinating, and I think it's just called Flynn. So anyhow, we went to that, and so it was kind of on that side of town. It's late, and so bottom line is I just ended up spending the night at work, and so hi, Brad. Hi. Oh, do you want me to put you back down for a second while you get things set up? Okay. So anyway, so I spend the night at work, right? And so Carrie and I had eaten at Panera, and oh my gosh, y'all, this is why I can't make this clear enough. This is why you need to be armed everywhere you go, because a dad came in with his daughter and his son, and was just screaming at the guy behind the counter, like, "You say you're going to lay your hands on my MFing daughter? Your MFing hands on my MFing daughter." That's what you said. Like, it was back and forth. And so you know how Panera's got the big window there and your food's waiting?
I do not step foot in Panera.
So okay, well, whatever. Got it.
Gross place. I can't believe you ate there.
Wow.
I don't go there much either, but I'm not hostile toward it. But I'm sure there's a story there. But that's what Carrie chose. How about that? Okay. So there's food on the counter. There's food on the counter there, and it's like it's in no man's land. Right. So this dad and this kid, this teenager, are just screaming at each other back and forth, spittle flying, and I'm just looking at my food. I do have this, by the way, recorded, just in case something broke out. But this is why you stay armed, people, because you have no idea when something's going to go down where you're at, and you have to be prepared. Just saying.
Who was he talking to? This guy, remind me. He was talking.
He's yelling at a male employee of Panera.
A male employee.
Okay, and he's got his daughter, who's a female employee at Panera, and they apparently had some argument at work. I surmised, like the day.
Was she hot?
I don't know. I couldn't see her, but anyway, so they are screaming at each other.
It's an important detail.
Not so much. So I
think it is important.
So when the manager, who I felt so bad for, he is able to get the gentleman to move toward the register area and kind of clear out the food area, I go up there and this employee's like, "Well, here's your food." And I'm like, I'm going to let you make more food that hasn't been, spit upon by people yelling back and forth. And she was like, "Yeah, right. That's a fair point." At this time, by the way, Carrie was in the bathroom. She came out and I was like, "Just go to the car and wait. Just go." So she's out there, and so I'm telling you this story just because it's entertaining, but this bag that they put the food in, or that I put the food in to go, because I'm like, I'm not hanging out in here, that plays a role with my keys. So go through the night and whatever, and then I have this big honking bag from Panera, and I get to work Wednesday night. And me and the security guy, we watch footage. Where are my keys? And I'm holding my keys when I enter the building. And I go to the studio, and then I leave the studio, and they're not there in my hands, it looks like. So we all figured out that they've got to be in the studio, but could not find everything at all. There's 2 garbage cans in there. Picked up the bags, shook around, nothing. But what had happened was, God bless Jeff Fisher, who, before he left yesterday, he goes, "You know what? I just know they're in here, whatever." So what happened was, when I shoved that giant Panera bag into the garbage can, it tore away the plastic liner bag.
Right.
And my hands were full of crap when I got into that building. And so I think what happened was the key ring kind of slid off my finger or whatever. And then underneath the liner. And so if you guys have been wondering for 24 hours, which I know a lot of you are really invested in the story on Twitter at Keith Malinak, it had somehow gotten between the liner and so in the bottom of the can. And so before Jeffy left, he picks up the whole can. He's like, "All right, this is my understanding." And so it's in it. He hears them, right? So thank you, Jeff Fisher. He brought them to me yesterday. All is well, until a couple of hours ago, my youngest daughter spent about an hour looking for her own keys. And that's why I'm using this cup today.
Like father, like daughter.
Yep. It has been an endemic around here. And you know what happened was, this has happened to me twice. And she gets in the car and she's like, "Screw it. I'll just hit the button." And it cranks up, right?
So it was in the car.
Keys are somewhere in her car, which I suggested, but until she went out there and actually pushed the button, discovered that. Oh yeah, all right. So that's where the.
I think it's pretty clear that Jeff Fisher took your keys.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Jeff Fisher.
That's the easy
in the Blaze building with the trash can.
Queen Bee, it's a dreamsicle, but it's not the good one.
Yeah, how come I didn't realize eating was an option on this podcast?
Oh, sure. I don't
Why
care.
not?
I just don't want to hear it. But
I
You
love
don't like
the-
those lovely ASMR sounds that some people for some
I don't. What is that?
It's
That
not.
is a trend I don't care for.
I like ASMR. I do not like the whole thing. I don't like it.
Depends on what that
It's
sound is
disgusting.
representing.
So, Brad,
But the dreamsicle is not. I'm pissed because they gave me the wrong thing.
What is that
Bahama
from?
Bucks.
Oh, it's
It-
from
it-
Bahama Bucks?
Yeah, it was supposed to be the dreamsicle with like the vanilla ice cream on the bottom, and they
Yeah.
gave me some stupid shake or Slurpee or something that it's the wrong thing.
If you don't want it, I'll have it.
Yeah.
I'm hungry as hell.
that's fine. Yeah.
Here, I'll put it over here.
Thanks.
Oh my gosh, this would be
There we go.
That-
Oh, wait.
something happened in the portal there.
I should have grabbed this. It would have been a little more believable.
You
It's
just done it the right way.
changed
We would have been
form.
okay.
I know that would have been awesome.
Damn it, that is so
Form.
disappointing because I was hoping for the vanilla because they do it when they do it right. It's vanilla ice cream in the bottom, and then like
Yeah, the dreamsicle. It's like one of the
Yeah.
greatest desserts ever
yes,
created.
and then
Yes.
and they gave it the wrong why. I'm not very and I got a
I'm
shot.
sorry. I'm
So that's
sorry.
why I got the thing because I got a shot in my knee.
Because you reward yourself for going to
Yep.
the doctor's office. And get
Wait a
that.
minute.
That's
Wait a
your
minute. We
lollipop.
told the audience that it was a level 1 trauma
Mm.
incident that you had to go deal with, and you just got released, and
When-
you're saying it was just
when
a
you-
shot in the knee.
Hold on a minute.
Oh my gosh! Oh no! Here we go. This is gonna be hot.
Keith, why did you do that?
Can you see my knee?
Oh, I
Of
can see
course.
it all, baby.
Oh,
Yeah. Take it all off. Take it all off.
put it on! Put it on!
I told the doctor when I walked in that I'd be happy to get naked.
He disagreed.
I don't know. For some reason, they frown on people getting naked and like walking around in their office.
People are such prudes nowadays, you know?
I know. What happened to the good old days when you could walk in and
Man.
let it all hang out.
Who just said?
It used to be get into the doctor's office and take your pants off. And now
Right.
it's just like sit on the
Right.
table and be
Yes.
bored.
Thank you, rowdy
Right.
introvert. Shot in the knee, and you're to blame.
Hang on, I'm just messing with the effects here. Ooh, don't care for that.
Brad finds any excuse to take his pants off.
That's
Yeah.
now that's a fact. All right,
What's wrong with that?
There we
Is
go.
what I ask. I miss the
Uh,
old days when you could do that and not worry about somebody suing you for showing your stuff.
Thank you. Where's my America?
That's right.
So-
Damn
so,
Me Too movement screwed everything up, didn't it?
Really did. I'm
So-
not very happy.
Now
So
I
I
can't
don't-
flash my junk to anybody.
Right.
real quick, May 17th, 2024 is going to be a trivia question going forward on At the Mic. It was the one episode where the background changed to blue. I don't know how it happened, but I was able to change it back to green because I prefer green over the blue. So there you go. I don't know if anybody noticed that, but you can go back and watch last week's episode. But I don't know. It was really bothering me because when I logged on today, I'm like, that's not right. Why is it doing that?
Are you on the spectrum?
Yes, of course I.
Okay.
Come on now.
I just checked.
Anyway, before we go any further here, and so anyway, thank you to Jeff Fisher for finding my keys. Thank you to Chris Cruz for bringing me home. But now
Wombat.
I'm just kind of stranded here.
And Wombat Mommy just gave you $4.99
wow.
for me putting back my clothes on.
Oh, I'll put it. Okay, so I'll give you that $5, Brad.
Internet
That's
nudity always makes money one way or another.
clearly for you. Okay,
Right.
Mr. Brandon Morse.
What?
Please tell us where we can find you. Brandon Morse is a brand risk is the name of your show. It's exclusively
Correct.
on Rumble, and it's a lot of fun, especially what you like. Talk about the interaction that the audience has. Whereas I fail at keeping up with the chat. You have a very interactive.
Yeah, you
show
don't
with
even pay
people.
attention to your chat. Brad pays
try.
attention to your chat.
I try. I'm sorry. Okay, you.
That
while
used
you're
to be
talking,
my
I'll,
job
I will
before
ignore-
Dingle Nuts went jogging. That was my
Yeah.
job to
Why
keep
did-
up with the damn chat.
Doc.
You know what?
Jackass.
Doc Thompson proved that it doesn't pay to try to be healthy. Okay.
No,
right.
it doesn't.
I have not jogged one time.
Before or
once.
since.
You know,
That's what the doctor did tell me. He says, no running on that knee. I went, don't worry.
you know what? If anybody takes fish, here we go. See, this is exactly what to my point. it leads to an early death when you're trying to be healthy.
Exactly.
Brandon, I want you
Take
to
the train instead.
thank you. Take the train.
Be
I
on
was
the train.
I was in
Don't take
Brandon's
the train
chat
on.
today. I was in Brandon's
Exactly.
thing today. I was
Yes.
all up in that thing.
So he was all up in that thing, and it surprised me a lot. I mean, he
Why?
just entered in out of the blue.
I like to get up all in your thing without telling you
I
first.
noticed that, and it
Jump
it
on
was a
in there
pleasant
and-
surprise. A surprise, to be sure. A pleasant.
Mhm.
So
Right.
tell everybody about your awesome show, man.
Anyway, no, Brandon Morse is a brand risk on Rumble. Actually, I had to jump off the show early so that I could be on this show.
What? I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
You better be. No, I'm kidding, man. I agreed to it. I knew what I was signing up for. But I told everyone to come to this show if they wanted to keep seeing me. Yeah,
And that's why I'm here.
You know, kind of.
That's exactly why Brad's here. But no, it's a very chat interactive show. It's actually driven by chat way more than I like to admit. On Fridays, we have what's called USVF. It's User Submitted Video Friday, where during the course of the week, chat submits videos into my Discord, and then we watch those videos together, kind of react to them. I don't watch them beforehand. They're all surprising. But we always have.
So that's cool, man. That's just sight unseen, huh?
Yeah, it's very chat driven. I also utilize something called Tangia, which allows chat to
my god, you thought that the Kama Sutra was good? Wait until you try Tangia.
Tangia is just the best. No, it allows them to insert memes or whatever straight into the stream. It plays them automatically. I don't have to do anything. It all plays during the stream. It's pretty cool.
That is very cool.
Yeah. No, it's a completely chat driven show. I communicate with chat a lot. So if you're tired of Keith Malinak ignoring you, after his show, go to mine and just I'll talk to you, chat. I'll talk to you.
We can make it together.
Well, I will say that I try to pay attention to my guests. So maybe I should do live streams where I'm just sitting here with the interaction of the chat instead. That way I don't have to pay attention to what you guys are saying, huh?
Wombat Mommy just said, naked chat. I'm in.
I know the funny thing is I've had guests on for the very first time on Wednesday, and I was in the same boat. Like I wanted to pay attention to chat and talk to chat, but I had to talk to my guests. Which I mean, I say had to, like it was a task. No, I love my guests, but yeah, it's hard to pay attention to one while the other is going.
And you still have guests on your show ever?
Yes, that is a new thing I'm going to start doing. So maybe one day. Maybe one day.
Thanks for the invite. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see here. I'm scribbling down some stuff here to benefit you gentlemen. Just bear with me.
Hey, so while you're doing that,
I can't look at the chat when I'm writing something down, so I apologize.
Can I play a little something that I think you can hear?
Well, do I need to put your screen up here?
No. You don't need the screen. Just can you hear this?
Everybody gather around.
Don't make this so that YouTube pulls it down.
What?
When you play licensed music.
That's not a licensed music. This is my song about the water buffalo.
Oh, is this Suno?
Oh, wait a minute. Time out. Rewind it.
So
wow.
What is wrong with you? All I want is a little water buffalo love.
So cue it up.
It's
cue it
good.
Up while I set it up. Okay.
You can take it.
So long story short, Brad Staggs here, he calls me and tells me he's going to be late today. And then he starts singing. I don't know if he's under like some anesthesia residue or what, or if it's just Brad being Brad, And so he starts coming up with lyrics for a song that he says he's going to deliver to AI, so AI can create the song for him. Now, without further ado, here is that AI created song from Brad.
Everybody gather round. It's hump day in town. Grab your water buffalo.
What is happening?
Let's make our way down.
You can take the screen.
We're gonna have a party, sing it loud and clear. Spread the joy and happiness. Let go of fear. We'll ride through the sunset.
You didn't just write this. You've used this on Mojo, haven't you?
Buffalo will be howling soon.
Right?
No need for worry.
No need for worry.
No need for the blues.
No need
This
for
is
the
nice.
blues. Right.
We'll make memories
Oh,
that'll never
What does this sound like?
be old.
Every pop singer.
Hang on. When
No.
you sing a song to me on your drive over to the microphone in the
Mm-hmm.
studio there,
Uh-huh.
Everybody, let's feel
the lyrics were slightly different.
Okay.
But my
Casey
question,
Musgraves.
did the AI come up with the lyrics,
Yes.
or
Yes.
gosh, you just gave it a general idea?
I just gave it
What was the prompt for this?
about wanting to hump a water buffalo and the good times that come out of that desire.
I asked the man. I made the mistake of asking him if he was under the influence of drugs, from the doctor's visit there, and then I guess he proceeded to tell me that, well, other than the fact that he wanted to make love to a water buffalo.
I didn't
And
say
then-
make love to a water buffalo. Yuck.
Oh, that's right. You did say
You.
that. You said hump.
Don't ever
And-
use that term with me.
And then he started singing this impromptu tune.
Hump a
and
water
then-
buffalo.
And then went over to the AI
And it's called
made us-
Buffalo Party. And that's really, I think that's the best use of artificial intelligence.
ever.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Studio is God's gift.
more of this fun stuff is available at RealSaturdayMorningLive.com. That's tomorrow morning with Brad and Jeffy at 10 a.m. Eastern. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And don't forget, of course, the DailyMojo.com, right? Man,
Yes.
I know your stuff.
You do.
And
know
then
my
Brandon
stuff.
Morse is a brand risk available exclusively on Rumble. Okay.
Until I
So-
decide to put I put it on X, because apparently X has a massive audience. I didn't know this.
I don't.
Oh, look at what I just found on the other side. I didn't know this was over there. Hey, while you're here at YouTube, which I don't know, I mean, the majority of the audience is on
Let's say
Twitter, which is
click
cool.
the ball.
Click the bell. Don't you dare.
Oh, it says click the ball. I was
Oh
like,
my
what the
gosh.
kind of kinky crap is that you're doing?
Not with a water buffalo, that's for sure.
Don't ever slack of a water buffalo in the nuts. Just don't do it.
Don't forget Brandon Morse also over on Red State.
Yeah.
All right.
Redstate.com.
Redstate.com.
Yeah,
Okay.
Redstate.com.
So
I want the Pat Gray clubbing Baby Seal song.
Oh no. What?
Wait, is there a Pat Gray clubbing a Baby Seal song?
I can't remember if there's a song.
There will be.
All right. Is there
There
a
will
song?
be after I'm done.
Okay. All right. Just real quick, I mentioned trying to stay healthy and then, well, dying. A new study finds regular use of fish oil supplements may increase, not reduce, the risk of first-time stroke and is it atrial fibrillation among people in good cardiovascular health. The bottom line is they did a study of 415,000 people ages 40 to 69. Nice. And what happened was what happened was, I'm going to do that the entire show, aren't I?
I know. I'm not going to be able to hear it now.
That you had a 13% higher risk of developing the fibrillation issues, 5% heightened risk of having a stroke if you didn't have heart issues before you started taking the fish supplements. So they're saying don't take the fish oil until you do have a heart problem, and then it'll help you, because otherwise it causes more harm.
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make right.
Salt bad, salt good.
Oh,
butter
it's a CNN
bad,
story,
butter
Brandon.
good.
Eggs
Oh.
bad.
Yes, exactly what I was thinking. It's constantly changing.
Heroin bad, heroin good.
Wait, hold on. Update.
Cocaine, okay in the 80s, not so much
Right,
now. I don't
exactly.
understand. Make a
Why-
decision.
Why don't they just sell cocaine at Walgreens?
They used
They
to.
used to.
In my America, they did.
I don't understand
This is what they
why.
took from us.
You know what? When someone says to you, "What freedoms has the government taken away from you?" You just
Cocaine.
say,
My cocaine.
"Where's my Coke?"
Yeah. You wanna
Daddy's
do
got to
coke,
function right.
You want to do coke, and now you're eventually probably going to have. Well, if you don't snort it, if you do like the one guy that I saw that swore that it helped with gout if you mixed it into Gatorade and drank it.
Who said that?
It was a documentary I watched about this guy
Oh,
who had gout in his ankles.
nice.
Do you get gout anywhere else? I don't know. Anyway, he said that the
Fair.
only thing that would help was, and he didn't snort it. He mixed it into Gatorade and drank it. It
Okay.
would make the gout go. Why? I mean, that makes sense. It's not like It's not some drug that was created in a lab somewhere. It's a drug that was put in a plant on the earth, kind of like a little Easter egg by God.
Sorry.
Right.
Here, we're going
I'm
to
sorry.
watch this. I'm going to make a plant. And if any one of you suckers down there can figure out how to get the good stuff out of the plant, go for it.
Awesome. I like that.
Right?
Yeah. It was like an Easter egg from God. Can I just say, I was distracted just momentarily here. I would be a terrible
Because of my water buffalo?
Your water buffalo. See that little black strip right there? I just noticed this has got to be at least the 5th time that the greatest cat to ever live, Gertrude, Gert, has fallen when I'm not up here. And I just don't. Stay, girl. Stay.
Did I know Gertrude?
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. When's
How
the first
long
time you came over here? She died in 2014.
Alone? Alone or with company? Was it just like that time?
Oh my
that you
gosh,
and me
this
were
is
there?
a great segue. No,
Because that one time that we were there.
you know what? Don't do this to me. I'm going to start crying. I was with Gert. Yeah, we had to put her down. So there.
When Cooper,
17 and a half years old.
Wow. At least when Cooper left, she just walked out the door and never came back.
You know, Gert actually was born in Norfolk, Nebraska, moved to Lincoln, Nebraska.
I believe that's Norfolk, Nebraska.
Then moved to, where did I move from there? Atlanta, Georgia. Then she lived in Houston, Texas, then Omaha, Nebraska, then Charleston, South Carolina, then New York, New Jersey, and then here in Dallas, Texas.
Aww.
That cat made the rounds. I had that cat in college.
Wow.
Anyway,
how old was she when she lived to be 18?
17 and a half, yeah.
Wow.
So, sucks.
She
She had a sister
so
named
sorry.
Zoe. Gert and Zoe. Thank you. And now I'm going to go and cry now. You guys just take it from here. No, so that reminded me, though, as we got...
Don't do that, Keith. Don't do that.
Planned on
You'll
doing
be kicked
that
off
anyway.
of YouTube here immediately.
So here's a story I have. A Maryland woman, she thought she had her dog euthanized. I did not expect this segue today, but here we are. This is a year ago. And then she saw the same dog up for adoption a year later on like the local like SPCA website. And now she wants to know what's the deal. And I want my dog back. So right now, what you know of the story, whose side are you on?
Wait, what? Start.
So she gives up the dog for adoption, or she gives up the dog because she says it's time to euthanize this dog.
And then gives it up.
Gives it up, and then a year later she sees the same dog up for adoption, and now she wants it back. Whose side are you on?
She can kiss a good man's. Wait, what? Why are they? Why is the person?
That because that was
she doesn't get it back because she was going to put it down. She's
hang on.
Because that's where I was, Brad. 3 sentences into the story.
Was she told when she went to put the dog down that there was no saving the dog, and then they managed to save the dog somehow?
Oh, you're right. She got lied to.
Yes. So
Christy,
she's mad. She's
Pereira?
obviously mad because now the dog's alive. That is a year that she could have had with her dog that she doesn't now.
So she said that 2 months after adopting him as a puppy, he started to act differently, took him to a vet, said, look, it's a neurological condition. Here's some meds, but go to the ER if he doesn't improve. Well, he didn't. So she took the dog to the ER, who agreed with the initial vet's assessment. There may be some major health problem with Bo. And so basically they said, look, you can do some tests, be really expensive. This is a serious communication, but the quality of life thing here, you really should just put this dog down. So she eventually, with a letter in hand from her vet saying that Bo's quality of life was not good, made the difficult decision. And so she went to the Montgomery County Animal Services. I think I misspoke earlier. I said SPCA. I don't want to badmouth them. This is Montgomery County, Texas, I believe, right? No, Maryland. Sorry. So she takes him in there, Bo. And so apparently on the paperwork, there is a box that says that the pet owner is requesting humane euthanasia, but it also states that if Montgomery County acknowledges the pet is treatable and adoptable, they can treat and have the pet adopted. And that's what the county says happened here. They did their own evaluation, didn't feel euthanasia was appropriate, began the process of diagnosing Bo with what ended up being a liver issue, and instead of returning Bo to her, decided to return the dog to the original organization she adopted him from. And this whole time, this lady thought that her dog was they never called her to say, hey, guess what? It's actually a liver thing. We fixed him. And, if you want to come and get him now.
Yeah, I agree with the lady.
Yeah.
I
And
side
so
with the lady 100%.
isn't that that's crappy, man?
That's some nonsense. Basically, they told her don't do it because it would be too expensive. They ended up doing it anyway.
And so get this. So remember
Don't tell her.
the way the story started. The dog's up for adoption. Well, the original organization, it doesn't say SPCA, so I don't know exactly who this is. I don't know why I was thinking that. But anyway, they said that, look, we understand how difficult this situation is for Katie. But it's our policy not to return surrendered dogs to their former owners. And we're going to stick with that policy in this
I feel
situation.
like this is a special case, though.
That's bad, dude. I don't like it.
They convinced her to give up the dog.
Yeah.
They convinced her to do it.
Yeah.
Like
they messed up.
She got dicked over.
Yep. 100% dicked over.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know.
So-
Yeah.
Right there. I mean, they could have said, hey, look, we got him fixed. Come get Bo.
Julie forever says, why didn't anyone contact her? Because some people are dicks, Julie.
Yeah, that's kind of where it boils down.
That's why.
You know who wasn't a dick is Calvin Coolidge. Okay, and so I figure let's go ahead and do our
What
quick,
a segment.
You like that? I like that look. I mean, it was at the top of the stack. He said that. I went with it. 1919, Calvin Coolidge faced the biggest challenge yet as a politician when a police strike led to panic and violence in the streets of Boston, Massachusetts, where he was mayor. After sending in the state, no, I'm sorry, he was governor at this point. Sent in the state guard to quell the tension. Coolidge admonished the officers for leaving their posts. That hardline stance impressed the public at large, and by 1920, he was an easy pick he was not an easy pick. Who wrote this fun fact? It was not. For the Republican ticket next to Warren G. Harding. And then there you go. Ronald Reagan actually had Calvin Coolidge's picture hanging in the Oval Office, and
Very few people knew that it was a nude.
And following the similar, I hate you so much, situation with the traffic control towers, the air traffic controllers. Remember that strike? Yep. And so he went down the same road and said, no, sorry, you're fired. And
wait a minute. Is 2X Productions DFW? Is that Hernandez?
Yes, it is.
Where we at?
Oh,
Where we at?
Over in the chat. I miss you too. He says Brown Boy here. And I'm like, Brown Boy. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I miss you too.
Why? How far down is that to the bottom there? I'm not seeing what your guys are seeing.
Well, he said that I take any excuse to take off my clothes, and yeah.
Oh, that's
love you too.
And
Love you too, Trappy.
I do too. I
love you too.
I love. I mean,
oh yeah. Now I see. Now I see this.
I'm not gay, but if I was,
he is a strikingly handsome man.
he really is. He really is. And
anytime. That is not Jason.
No, it's not. It's not Jason. That's my pussy cat. And he is just that's Doc Kitty, named for the
Doc Kitty.
I before E, except after C, Weird, and Keith.
Right.
So who is this here?
That's Hernandez.
It's one of my best friends.
All right. Well.
Oh, are you two dating now?
Okay.
I said best friends.
That's I know that's code for you're gay.
No, that's you and Ron's code for we're gay.
Okay, so you're gay. Okay.
My code for I'm gay is not that. It's something else.
Look at this. Look at this.
Look, no butt stuff.
Chemical reaction.
Whoa, that is not real. That is not.
What do you mean it's not real? It's absolutely real.
That's the luck potion from Harry Potter.
Oh, look at you. This right here is chemiluminescence.
That is the sunrise in a bottle. That's what I see when I think of you, Keith. You are a sunrise in the bottle.
If I could see
sunrise in a bottle.
See if I can find another video to keep you interested here. Okay, so watch this. I don't know if this is going to play. Hang on a second. Let me try to pause. Okay, so look at that. Okay, so what you're about to witness here is a lightning strike during this flooding. Okay. It's bad, right? And nobody died, so we're good there. But the lady did suffer burns at the bottom of her feet.
How do you know she didn't die?
Because I read this little company thing here. Suffered burns to her feet when lightning struck so that there's an electric scooter in this flooded out area, and that's where the lightning hits. But I'm not worried about the scooter. I hope she heals up. What I'm more fascinated by,
you hope she goes heels up. That means she's dead.
Okay, but in the way background, you'll see a guy just sitting there. It's like he's taking a bath. Just look off in the distance. He doesn't seem like he's in a hurry to go. He's back there sitting.
Where did this happen?
Yes. Look, see that guy way back at the tree?
Oh yeah, no, I see him. Is he alive?
Yeah, he's fine. He's just
and he is in water.
Well, he didn't want to get up because he pooped his pants.
That's probably the deal.
I would have shit my. I'm sorry, pooped my pants.
Where is this?
I shipped my drawers.
No, I 100. But I mean, like, where did this take place in?
Yeah, I don't have it here.
You don't.
Mexico.
I'm take a guess.
Mexico.
No, I'm going to say Florida.
Guatemala. Nicaragua.
Where does this happen with some regularity?
Hold on. I think this
Nicaragua.
might be Colombia.
It's Colombia. It's the same thing. It's all the same. Nicaragua, Colombia, Guatemala.
United States at this point. You're right. It's all the same thing.
It's all the same thing.
It's America.
How about this for a segue? Department of Homeland Security Secretary.
Thank you, W.
Mayorkas. Sorry, what am I missing? See, I need to go look at the chat. See?
What? No,
I don't know.
No. You said Department of Homeland Security. I said thank you, W. He gave us a stupid Department of Homeland Security.
Man. Okay, hold on a second. I was just thinking about this the other day. Tom Ridge. I was thinking, when that department was created, I remember thinking any department with the word homeland
Thank you
is a little sus.
It sounds like Nazis.
Right? And that is the thought that I had when they created that after 9/11.
Yes.
And I thought that's a bad plan. That's a bad plan.
And then when
the
DMV in Tennessee became part of the Department of Homeland Security, which I don't know if it's that way everywhere, but
I do know that there was, I think around that time, they were trying to basically take the TSA and make it a over the whole country thing that they had ground troops with. Like, so they could pull you over.
Something that was supposed to be more, that was supposed to actually have more power than it does today.
Yeah. And more jurisdiction than just airports.
Wait a minute. No, if you go to the DMV, archive called secure driver's licenses, preventing terrorists from obtaining state-issued identification documents is critical to I'm sharing. Okay, yeah. This is from the Department of Homeland Security.gov website, and for terrorist travel documents are as important as weapons. The 9/11 Commission report. See, they're trying to do everything. They're trying to get their grubby little mitts.
Everything. They justify everything through 9/11. Everything this government has done since 9/11.
I've always thought it was so stupid because really just stop and think about it. First off, the TSA has like a 98% failure rate.
Idiots.
98%. You know why it has a 98%? Because it can't have a 99 or 100. Because if they did, they would have to shut it down. It has a 98% failure rate. On top of that, they've been using the same tactics to check for stuff in, like, people coming into the airport with stuff for decades now. Don't you think that maybe the terrorists would watch this and go, "Yeah, I'm just not going to do that.
You're going to drive
I'm
me
going to find a different way to bring stuff in. I'm going to find a different way to cause chaos. I'm not going to go through it the way that they always have, or the way that we did back in 2001." You know,
I always thought it was abhorrent to suggest that that 9/11 was an inside job. I don't feel that way anymore.
I have not actually disagreed with.
So can I just jump in for just a second here? Because I think my brain is on a similar track as
which
Brad.
Sucks.
I know, but so I'm going to be starting, and I should have said this at the top. If you're not aware, on Thursday, June 6th, I'm going to start and I hesitate to use the word conspiracy, but more of an open-minded type show where we spend some time just really delving into topics. In fact, it's going to be called At the Mic Deep Dive. And Benjamin Flinsborg over here in the chat, he's going to be guest number 1 on Thursday, June 6th at 2 p.m. Eastern. And let's see, what did I write down? I don't have this. What is it? It's old world folklore, Benjamin. So that's going to be fun. And then DeGarbear is going to join me on June 13th. We're going to talk about the central bank digital currency. And then we're going to do some ghost hunting on June 20th with Tom Carr. and I hope at some point I've reached out to an engineer guy, because
They're
when
weird.
it comes to 9/11 conspiracies, the one that seemed the furthest out to try to comprehend was the detonations, the charges inside the buildings, right? Now, I think the way you get there is you go to building 7 and you're like, okay, well, if they can do it there, which clearly they did, then we can start entertaining the other. So I've reached out to this guy. I don't know if he's going to join me, but he's got some very interesting. I want to hear his case. I want him to pitch it to me, and I will go in with an open mind.
That what?
That the Twin Towers themselves
Was an inside
were
job?
brought down by detonations inside the building. I am absolutely willing.
Would
to
that
listen.
surprise anybody anymore? Is the thing?
Not
Not at this point. Would
2024,
not even
Keith.
remotely surprised.
2001, Keith would be like, get out of here.
I know.
2024,
Yeah, no,
Keith
same.
is like, I want to find somebody like this guy
I know.
who can just have a conversation with me and explain to me why you think that.
Right.
2001, Keith would have been like, shut up.
I know.
2024, Keith is like, well, the government has nothing.
Let's go find them damn terrorists, turn them into glass. Let's go bomb the hell out of them. Let's get them. That was me.
That was it. Yes. Okay.
That was everybody. Everybody.
Bro, I bet if you can find a there's an article, go to Google. I don't know what you would type in. I don't remember the publication. I don't remember any of it.
Naked.
But I got a call from somebody asking me survey questions and stuff like that. And one of my answers was, oh gosh, I'm trying to think of. She gave me like 5 options or something, and one of them was like use nukes on them, and I was like, yes, that one.
Wow.
And she tried to talk me out of it. I'm like, is this a survey or what's happening here? And so she did get me to the point where like, okay, fine, not that. And now I'm like, okay, I got so many questions now. I would love to see my survey answers today if I were asked those same questions right after 9/11 than I was in 2001.
Remember this? When Congress is out there singing
goes out.
God
Yes.
Bless America.
I remember where I was, bro.
God bless. I mean, they're all holding hands on the steps.
One thing
F you.
that happens
F
here in this place.
all of you.
That
When
should have
America
been
suffers,
that
when
should have been
people perpetrate acts
whenever
against
you
this
see
country,
all your politicians
as
together
Congress
from both sides of the aisle,
Yeah.
and we stand together.
The bunch of
that's when the red flag goes up.
yeah. That was total BS. God, these people just make me sick.
Gosh,
All
you're
of
gonna-
them.
You know what?
Is he crying? Is Hastert about to cry?
Senators and House members,
Is he dead yet?
Democrats, and
Yeah, I think he just
stand
died
shoulder to
Okay,
shoulder.
just asking for a friend.
in the arms of a young man.
Right.
Okay, so
Never get caught with a live girl or a dead boy? That used to be
okay,
it.
so the reason this is so great. This is our collective ADD in action.
Why
The
do I keep
only
eating
reason
this?
we ended
I
up
hate it.
here is because they did you dirty at the Baja place or whatever.
They did, and I keep eating it. Like I don't know. It's like
Well, you
That's
bought
me.
it at this
That's
point
me.
in time.
I know, but it's not good. There's no vanilla ice cream at the bottom. There's no happy surprise down there. I'm going to get to the bottom, and it's just going to be the bottom.
That's me and alcohol. I hate it, but it's just so good. I can't
I
stop.
know.
So,
Get to the bottom.
Secretary Mayorkas, real quick. This is why we got here. I get messages from a guy who works for the Department of Homeland Security, and he shall remain anonymous. But
He sends me naked pictures.
wow, you're getting a better deal. 'cause
Why
all I-
is that like that's where you go immediately without like it doesn't matter what we're talking about.
yeah,
Send me naked pictures.
It's the brand,
and
Brandon.
all I get is
stick
a
with
note
the
that says,
I think you're trying to manifest the reality that you want. Is what
You know
it is.
what?
You're-
I stick with the brand, and it works. That's all.
please don't post nudes in here. Okay.
I can.
So Mayorkas gave a free day off a couple of weeks ago, what they call a public service week. And so this individual says he thinks that they might get another one for Memorial Day. Anyway, apparently when your government, when Mayorkas, Secretary Mayorkas does this, that it costs the department $5 million a day to give all of these employees the day off.
What?
So and he said 21 other agencies doing this. I mean, that's 105 million every time they do one of these days. So anyway, he's sent me this message like 7 or 8 times, I think it is, that just impromptu days off given, because this is kind of a way, I think, that it's the federal government saying, who loves you, baby? It's the Biden administration.
Right.
We're giving you this free day off. And
it's the same stupid thing with the new the lawsuit, the DOJ today, Ticketmaster and Live Nation.
Yeah.
Please.
I tell you, whenever I see, and again, this is the difference between 2001 and 2024. If I see the government doing a press conference and I'm like, oh gosh, they must have done something bad. Right? I mean, you got the government out there. This got serious. Whatever this is, I don't even have to turn up the volume to hear this press conference. I just can tell if the government's saying something's bad. Screw that. I don't trust the government story. The government line is always the opposite of the truth.
Yes.
So, and that's what I've raised my kids. I wish I had this mindset 20 plus years ago.
Yep.
It's like I never, ever believe the official story now.
Well, I mean, like, they taught us not to believe them at this point in time.
Exactly.
Because, I mean, if you really think about it, we didn't know back in 2001, to distrust anything the government said, or at least question it.
There was some, but it wasn't as bad as now.
But no, think about it. Back then, Alex Jones was a nutty guy who he's weird. Nowadays, everything that Alex Jones says kind of sort of eventually gets released and kind of is true.
That's why they had to take him out first. I'm not a joke, as Biden would say. That's why they had to take him out first.
Joke.
They had to go after Alex Jones first to cut off any vestiges of credibility, because most of what he did say was true.
A lot of like what he said actually ended up being true,
but not all of it.
My point is, though, is that, and I mean, like, I don't think truly understood the depth of the government's ability or willingness to lie to us,
right?
Until, I would say, relatively recently. I would say that the purchase of Twitter by Elon Musk advanced that was by and large, because Trump, yes, also a huge point. But the internet, the internet played a huge part in us learning things quite frequently that kind of ran contrary to what the government and the mainstream media were telling us. So was 9/11 an inside job? Maybe
I look
not.
forward to having the conversation.
We don't know. We don't know.
I don't know. Right.
But the fact that we don't know is proof positive that, like, now they've trained us not to believe anything that they say. So it very well might be something that
Brandon,
happened on the inside of the government.
Sure, there's different levels of inside job. There is the government did it, or the government allowed it to happen,
or actors in the government.
Yeah. So, but I'm with you 100%. And here to your point, when a crazy story comes out, and I want everybody to do this exercise, okay? Just and nobody say anything out loud. I'm talking to you guys. I'm talking to everybody in the chat. When some crazy story comes out, are you more apt to believe at first blush the government story or what Alex Jones says?
Nowadays,
10 times out of 10, I'm over here with Alex Jones going, yep, absolutely.
You said don't say anything out loud.
All right, you know what? Get out of my face.
Didn't you just say don't say anything out loud?
Man, I swear.
Did he not say that, Brandon? Did he? So I'm sitting here waiting to not say anything, and then Keith goes and says it. Like,
have you taken your clothes off yet?
Yes.
Okay, so to that point, let's talk about Anthony Fauci real quick. YouTube's gonna love this.
He's the devil.
He is the devil.
Can we call it? You know what? If we just call him something else.
Okay. Hold on. Dr. Devil. Dr. Satan.
Devil. Dr. Devil. Dr. Devil.
Dr. Satan.
Dr. Satan doesn't have quite the alliteration as Dr. Devil, but it has more of a punch.
Doesn't have that sound off the tongue either.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay, so a top advisor to the NIH deleted records critical to uncovering the origins of COVID-19 and used a secret back channel to help Dr. Anthony Fauci and a federal grantee.
Dr. Devil, a federal grantee that funded a gain-of-function research in Wuhan, China.
evading transparency. What? No, come on. NIH senior advisor Dr. David Morens improperly conducted official government business from his private email account and solicited help from the NIH's Freedom of Information Act office to dodge records requests, according to emails revealed by a memo the House Select Subcommittee on the Coronavirus Pandemic, which again, that margin is so thin in the House of Representatives. We still wouldn't even have this much information.
I know.
If not for just a few districts switching, which they're this close. By the way, it's 217 to 213, Democrats over Republicans, 5 empty seats, 4 elections before Election Day. So in theory, it could be tied because one of the seats isn't up until November, but one of the districts is so freaking red. It's going to be a Republican House through at least
you don't know that.
And
you don't know that.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I don't know who's going to die. You're right. You're absolutely right. So listen to this. Morens wrote, I learned from our FOIA lady here how to make emails disappear. How good is that? Listen to that. There is a FOIA compliant office inside the NIH that knows how to get around FOIA requests.
Yes.
Government sucks.
Yeah.
You don't think that there's one of those offices in every branch of government?
Yes. Oh,
I
absolutely
guarantee it.
there is. Yes, 100%. Yes. I'll admit, I wasn't thinking like that until I read this story, and now I'm like, you sons of bitches.
It's the same thing with there was a piece at Bloomberg about the Mar-a-Lago thing, and the guy in the FBI was pissed off because the people within the FBI were like, well, we can't possibly give you all of the FOIA request documents. That would take years. And then they just ignored it.
I swear.
They just ignore it. They just, what are you going to do? And what are you going to do?
Let me see if I can get through this without popping a blood vessel. But he talks about deleting emails, and then he says, there is no worry about FOIAs. I can either send stuff to Tony on his private Gmail or hand it to him at work or at his house. He is too smart to let colleagues send him stuff that could cause trouble. We are all smart enough to know to never have smoking guns, and if we did, we wouldn't put them in emails, and if we found them, we'd delete them. Let's see. If I had to bet, I would guess that beneath Tony's macho, this is in another email he wrote. Beneath Tony's macho, I am not worried reaction. He is really concerned. So this is
I just sent you the I texted it to you, the article at Bloomberg that saying a cache of documents I recently obtained from the FBI, blah, blah, blah. Where does he goes into it, and the FOIA, here it is. The email was buried in a stack of documents totaling a few hundred pages that I recently received in response to a Freedom of Information Act request. I asked the FBI to turn over records about any internal protests pertaining to the search, Mar-a-Lago. The FBI said it would take years for them to conduct a search and hand over any responsive documents, but then a lawsuit by Bloomberg News sped up the process. And under FOIA, apparently, a requester can sue an agency in U.S. District Court after 20 working days if the agency doesn't respond within that timeline. So then the office just sent, the FBI just sent like a handful of documents. Here you go. Now buzz off.
Well, in addition to that FBI thing with Jack Smith, shocker. The FBI had rearranged the documents, and they weren't in the order that they were scanned and all this stuff. I mean, you talk about mishandling of evidence that supposedly this is the most crucial stuff that Donald Trump kept in his house, in his bedroom, and
in his wife's panty drawer.
Right. And then, of course, they, as we all know, they do the fake cover sheets, and they try to set up this picture to make it look like this damning stuff that Trump had. There's nothing of the sort.
There's not been a trial date set now. It's
right.
Like,
the judges,
we'll just whatever, push it down the road.
Okay, so with this setup here, with how we've been talking about we don't trust the government, what do you make of this? Let me just say that.
I can make a hat. I can make a brooch. Pterodactyl.
Here we go. Okay, the EPA, Love
Wait a
them.
minute.
Republican president gave us that. The Environmental Protection
Yep.
Agency issued an enforcement alert Monday urging water utility systems to take immediate actions to protect the nation's drinking water from cyber attacks. According to the EPA, recent federal inspections revealed that 70% of U.S. water systems inspected do not fully comply with requirements in the Safe Drinking Water Act. Not talking about the chemicals and stuff. No. They're saying that the critical cybersecurity vulnerabilities, such as default passwords, come on. I mean, these are the people that you trust your clean water with, man. They've got password 123.
You know that happened in Texas, right?
Yes. Up in North Texas. Yes. Help us. What is happening? So,
Muleshoe.
That was the town?
Muleshoe, Texas.
So hold on a second. Do you think that hackers just were trying every possible water department until they found one that had stupid? Because this says 70% are.
Well, according to the piece at the Tribune, it was a Russian hacktivist group.
Oh, okay.
The latest case of the U.S. public utility becoming a target of foreign cyber attacks. Water. I mean, it's insane.
So are we? By the way, do you hear the air conditioner wind?
No.
Okay, I know Brandon doesn't. I'm still asking the people in the chat. So, okay, do you believe that this is a sincere vulnerability? Do you believe this is our government trying to cover its backside? Or do you believe there might be something, because we just got done having a conversation about 9/11 and possible inside job related to that? I'm not willing to go 100% on that yet. But I just, when I read something like this, I'm immediately skeptical. I do not believe what the government says. And I hate that. I absolutely hate that. We shouldn't be, that should not be our default mindset when we read a story like this, but here we are.
I think that if anybody has any kind of power whatsoever, it needs to be your default mindset. If they have the power to arrest you, if they have the power to steal money out of your wallet without your being able to resist it, then you should at all times disbelieve what they have to say. Now, I understand what you're trying to say. And, I wish that we had an upstanding government, wish that we had people who are in charge, who don't want to lie to us, who don't want to take advantage of us. But I mean, like, in order to be a politician, you kind of have to be a sociopath. So, I mean, they're going to do things to screw you over. They're going to. There's no getting around it. They're gonna do things that benefit them at your expense. So at all times, you need to have someone, or have your eye on them. Now, we do, in my honest opinion, here in America, have a bad habit of electing lawmakers. That's not what we need to be doing. That's not American. What we need to be electing is unlawmakers. We need to send people in there who are willing to do kind of what Javier Milei did in Argentina. Go in there and destroy the government. Destroy it.
Okay.
Get rid of it. Okay.
Hold that thought. I'm sorry. Did I interrupt you? Continue. Because I have a thought that the piggyback.
No, go ahead.
With that nicely.
Go ahead.
So I just found out that so you guys, we had an election here in Texas a couple weeks back, and we're now in the throes of runoffs wherever you live. And I was talking with my mayor about something completely unrelated. And in the course of the conversation, he mentioned to me that 4% of the population, the voting eligible members of our community here, this little town, 4% showed up, bothered to vote in this last election, beginning of May. 4%. I mean, we talk about, we love the freedom. Oh my goodness, do we love the freedom? But we can't get more than 4%. I realize it wasn't a presidential election. I understand that. But there was some important things on this ballot that are going to affect the cost of property taxes, that are going to affect a sales tax. The city council was up on this thing, and U.S. Congress was on this thing, primary. But 4% of my town showed up, bothered to vote. Now, as much as I want a Javier Milei in every level of government office in the United States of America, how do you get there with 4%?
You don't.
It's just
You
exactly.
don't.
No, you don't.
The issue, and this is what had to happen for Argentina in order for Javier Milei to become a viable candidate. It had to get so bad that their backs were against the wall. They almost had no choice. But they're like, we've been doing this for a long time. It's not working. It's screwed us over. We're all poor. We're all destitute. It's time for a change. I'm willing to go radical in order to achieve this goal.
But here's what but okay. Continue your thought. But I'm going to tell you why I fear that Javier Milei isn't possible here. But please finish your thought first.
No,
Please finish your thought before I cut you off at the knees.
No, I'm not gonna cut him off at the knees.
I don't even know what I was going to say now, Keith.
I'm sorry.
I wouldn't. Brandon, it was a trick question. I've got you.
Thanks, buddy.
It's not a trick question. What is happening? No, what I was going to say, Brandon, is I feel like, and this isn't empirical data I'm throwing at you. This is, I feel like Argentina and El Salvador and countries that have been rescuing themselves have kind of flown under the radar of entities like the WEF and those that would try to control governments with their puppets. I feel like our nation has not flown under the radar, and I'm just concerned that maybe that avenue isn't available to us the way it is in other countries to pull ourselves out of a nosedive. So when it does get so bad, what's the next step? Is it wait for the next election, or is it here comes a whole new system of government? Boy, this is not a Friday fun show, by the way.
You did this last week too, Keith. I want to remind you.
You did it.
You did it. You did it.
Then
you were the one.
on.
I was like, "Hey,
you know
let's
what?
have some fun." You're like, "No, let's do death and destruction."
Watch this. I got this stack here. Watch this. Okay, so we're not going to talk about. Do you guys look at what plane you get on before you fly, if it's a Boeing or not? Okay, so we're not going to do that. Let's see. What else
I had that article pulled up for you. Yes.
No. Okay, well, I'll keep it in case we need it later. Oh, look, the average age of cars that Americans own is 12.6 years. Hits a record high. That's good. I'm not going to do that one. Well, everything else in here isn't heavy, actually. Oh, wait, no, here we go. Sorry, there's that's actually hopeful that they're closing down schools in the most the fastest growing suburb in Dallas-Fort Worth is closing down 4 schools. Plano. My theory is more people are homeschooling, but I don't have. That's my theory.
Or
let's see. Or dying, or
dead.
Damn it, you. Let's see. This is actually kind of funny, so I'm gonna pull that one in here. Okay, we're not gonna talk about male testicles being filled with microplastics yet.
No, but they can taste soy sauce, I think.
Okay, so I've pulled out the heavy stuff, and you can see how thin. Hold on, should we do some animal videos at some point?
He did actually. No, the soy sauce thing is actually something.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't.
Is real. Okay,
fire away.
While we were on Brad's show, he pulled up a video of a guy who had heard that there are taste buds located in the testicle
taste
sac.
Receptors
in the scrotum. Yes, taste receptors. So the guy was like, apparently you can really taste it if you put soy sauce on that area, and he did it, and he was like, "Oh my god, I can taste it."
It was pretty funny.
I don't know if it's true, but it's got me wondering.
It does. I mean, right.
Did you try it?
What you're doing?
Brad,
I don't want to know what you're doing when this podcast is over. I don't.
I'm soaking in it right now.
By the way, no, we didn't, Carol. I did tweet that out, though. If everyone wants to check that out, at Keith Malinak on Twitter. I retweeted the Wheel of Fortune guy trying to answer the puzzle with the phrase "right in the butt." He wasn't right, by the way.
Right in the butt?
Hang on. I don't know how to do this other than just play it on my phone. Hang on.
Not the same dude, is it? Right here.
This is Tavares. Tavares is awesome. Hang on.
I love Tavares.
Didn't
they play Heaven on the 7th floor?
7th heaven.
Hang on.
First toss-up is worth $1,000. Category is phrase, and off we go.
All right, come on, Tavares. You got this, bro.
Tavares, right in the butt.
No, Pat. No.
This is the best. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Right in the butt. And he looks at the screen like he's like, oh, it's not that. Oh.
Right in.
Right in the butt.
Oh, it's not that. And Pat's thinking, I can't retire soon enough.
Did
That's coming
I
up this month, right?
Did I tell you that back when I worked at KGIL out in LA, and I was digitizing a bunch of my old air checks from there, and one of the air checks had our traffic guy, Jim Thornton, giving the traffic, and here I talking is, hey, well, all right, I was like, I wonder what Jim Thornton's been doing lately. Jim Thornton had been the announcer on Wheel of Fortune for like the past 15, 20 years.
Wow.
So the guy that was I know.
Wow.
Wow, Jim, you did all right for yourself, huh?
No kidding.
Since 2011, he's the announcer on Wheel of Fortune.
How cool is that?
Right?
But deep inside, you're actually just.
I was pissed off and jealous
Yeah.
because, right, exactly.
Okay, so I have animal videos. Do you want to see a couple of those?
I
love
your
your
animal videos.
I love animal videos.
These are animal videos. These are actually, they have a human element to them. But anyway, I think these will work. This is a dog named Forrest.
Oh.
And Forrest is meeting his favorite Disney character. And let's see if this isn't apparently going to play today, because why would it? Why would it? Do you see?
I'm all
it's not even.
upset.
Now, you should be upset because for some reason, all I'm seeing on this end is a box, and it's just acting like it wants to play. So maybe Forrest meeting his favorite Disney character. Forrest is a golden retriever.
Oh, wait a second. It's a service dog.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you just take mine, since I was able to find it? And
Yes. I
His
love you
fans
so
are
much.
waiting for him. A service dog named Forrest who loves meeting
Yeah.
Disney characters. And his
Look at
favorite
that.
one by far is Pluto. Even holding a Pluto toy in his mouth while finally meeting him. You can
That
tell how
is
excited
awesome.
he is just to be around him. Rolling around, loving every second of this.
All
just
right.
taking some
I
time
love
off
I
work
love
to play
the
with his
play-by-play.
best friend.
We got it.
Pluto just saw one of his biggest fans waiting for him.
Isn't
Why
that
does-
sweet?
wait
That's
a minute.
sweet.
I thought, doesn't Pluto walk on 4 legs?
Well, not at the park. Come on, don't be ridiculous.
Goofy walks on 2 legs. Pluto is supposed to walk on 4.
Well, but at the park, it's a little different.
Well, that's wrong, because when I go to the park and I want to see Pluto, I want to see the damn thing running around on 4 legs.
I mean, I'm with you. I respect that.
Is there like extra you can pay where you can go on and whip Pluto? Get down on 4
You
legs?
can't see it at Disney anymore.
What?
Tinkerbell.
That's right.
That's so gosh, man. Don't. Oh, my daughters loved meeting Tinkerbell back in the day, where
No more
you
Tinkerbell.
act like you're shrinking. They say you're going into the little fairy forest
Hole?
thing, and then you
Did you go into the little
because-
fairy hole?
because you have to shrink down to her size.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
then
then
you meet
now
Tinkerbell.
it's like you don't even get to meet her, right?
Nope.
What
yeah,
is
you
it?
can't,
Why?
because
Why?
she's they say it's because she's body conscious and jealous of Peter Pan's attention, which is not a good role model for little girls. I think it's because Tinkerbell is kind of hot. They do not allow that anymore. You cannot be allowed to see attractive women ever.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Let's not get into which Disney princess is hottest, but there are hotter Disney princesses than Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell's not a
Megara.
Disney princess, first.
Right, I got it.
She's not a Disney princess. I wasn't getting
she's-
into that.
she's a
I'm just
fairy.
saying
Princess adjacent.
she's got the short skirt, right? Okay, the blonde hair. She's got the sassy look, and
They
and all
don't call
that
her
stuff.
Tink for nothing.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know what that means either, but yet that's true. And then, no, I'm saying that the reason is because she is apparently an attractive character, right? So that can't be allowed.
I see.
Let's see what they're looking like. Jasmine, they wouldn't dare delete that Jasmine, but I wonder what they've got her dressed up as now. Jasmine character.
look
Disney
into
What
that.
the?
parks.
Okay, so this guy's dressed like a kangaroo. And the reason he's dressed like a kangaroo is because there's a kangaroo in his yard. What do you think the real kangaroo
whoa. Hey, before, what is that thing on the front of him? It doesn't look like a pouch.
What is happening?
You see what that is?
I don't know.
Do you see it?
Can I just press play, please? I just want to press play. He's hanging out
two
with
kangaroos.
a kangaroo. Watch this.
It's 100% going to get in there, isn't
That
it?
kangaroo is going to kick his
Little
ass.
Joey. Little Joey's going to get in. He is.
Oh,
That's awesome, right?
Whoa. Instincts are instincts, baby.
Instincts are instincts.
Two kangaroos.
Two kangaroos in the yard on a sunny day.
that kangaroo is going to eat his balls.
Wow.
He is. He's going to like chew on them. You know what
Tastes like
kangaroos
soy
can
sauce.
do? Wow.
By the way, Benjamin, you are incorrect. It is Megara from Hercules. Megara from Hercules. Thank you.
I see. Opinions are flying. Okay, let's see what else I got for you.
Apparently, there's a bunch of videos on YouTube of service dogs meeting Disney animals.
Oh, wow.
Did you see the owner who dressed up as Gumby for his dog because he loves Gumby?
I'm Gumby, damn it. I don't think Brandon knows where
I
that's
have
from.
no idea what you
Yeah,
guys
we're
are
too
talking
old, man.
That's
We're
Eddie
just
Murphy
old.
from Saturday Night Live. I'm Gumby, damn it.
Funny guy.
Yeah,
So funny.
go look up those videos when we're done here. You'll love it. Okay. I got some real animals though, if you would like. Let's see here. Let's see. And this is just kind of funny. These little baby emperor penguins doing their first. This is their first jump into the water.
Oh, that one's dead.
I mean, why? If you're like a whale or whatever, like why aren't you just?
Why are you not just down there with your mouth
Yeah.
open?
Yeah.
Why are they belly flopping?
Because they're
dummies.
stupid.
It's so dumb.
They're
Look how
birds. They're
Birds.
dumber than geese.
It's just so random.
Good call. Good call,
Thank you.
man.
Thank
They're
you know
dumber than
And the
the.
more I
Polynesian
sip on the
jackdaw.
Grey Goose, the funnier you're gonna get.
Right.
man.
Thank you.
Oh crap!
Do you know? Wait a second.
splattered vodka all
Do
over
you-
the
Do you
monitor.
know who Colin Jost is married to?
I do now. Yeah.
Isn't it
I
Yost?
saw the bit last week on Saturday Night Live.
Is it
It's very
Yost?
funny.
I don't know. Is it Jost? Yost?
It doesn't
Whatever.
matter. Who
Who's
cares?
Yost?
That was. You don't know who it is, Brandon?
It's a funny skit. Funny
I
bit.
know who it
that-
is.
Okay.
I
Do
love
you
the
know who he's
bit, but
married to?
No.
I didn't either. I had no idea.
Who
And
is
then
it?
after that bit on Saturday Night Live, he's married, and you'll know who she is. I know you will, because you're that guy. But go ahead and tell him, Keith. You can be the guy.
Scarlett Johansson. And
Nuh-uh.
it was a very
Yes.
funny bit because you know how the
No.
black guy and the white guy. Since I don't know the black guy's name, I'm just going to do it like that.
Che.
So the-
Michael Che.
okay,
Michael
sure.
Che.
So they do the thing where they make racial jokes for each other, and I guess at the end of this,
That is one of the
season-
funniest freaking things
right,
I've ever heard.
absolutely, it's genius.
Yeah.
And so
absolute
this
brilliant
week they did it was a season finale, and so they're writing jokes, I guess, beyond just racial stuff, and so the voice
Here it
was
is.
the
Here-
oh, you got the
hang
bit,
on.
you got the bit.
Yeah,
He's
hang
got-
on a
bit. Yeah, I
second.
want to see this. I want to see this.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
better
it's,
to watch it. So
here it
yeah,
is.
just cue it up to wherever he's.
That's cute. Here's
You ready? Okay,
actually
Stan.
this one's pretty funny too. Just go ahead and
Where
get
are
that
you
one.
though? I'm seeing a dog on your screen.
Oh, you are. Sorry. Hang on.
Answer the question: should the church still have altar boys?
Okay, all right. That was a good one
It's-
too.
That was a good one. All right, come on. Here goes. Come on.
This whole thing was great.
New data shows that middle school students have only made up a third of the math skills they lost during the pandemic. Their math was so bad they didn't get it when I texted them, "You plus me equals 69."
So the white guy wrote that for him.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Hey, you put
Here we go. Here it is.
Chat. Oh God. Chat GPT has released a new voice assistant feature inspired by Scarlett Johansson's AI character in Her, which I've never bothered to watch, Because without that body, what's the point of listening?
And that's Rabbi Jill.
Rabbi, yeah. So
that was funny.
Very funny.
That was good stuff.
That's the point in listening.
And then
that's like one of the few things like on SNL that make me laugh anymore.
Yes.
Is those two writing jokes for each other. I could watch that all day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me see here.
Good grief, that's season 49.
Oh, I hate being old.
Me too. Because then stuff starts to hurt and you get shots in your knees.
Yeah.
Here's a fun thing I can do now that I'm 40.
What?
God, me too. I hate being old.
What's possible.
What the hell is that?
That's that you're about to see the world's fastest dog, yo.
Okay.
Here, the time to beat 5.944 just set.
Oh, that was a great start. You'll see Winston and our final competitor Reese next, both wearing a muzzle, just super comfortable and soft.
Winston got that down, and you can really see it with the slow-mo, just suspended in midair.
What is up?
That is nutty.
No, but I want to
you
point out.
You can see his nuts.
What are you talking about?
My God!
I want to point out that Winston actually loses time here at the end because Winston catches the daggum rabbits or whatever and starts. He pauses to growl at them as he goes by.
We'll see
he was so fast.
Here, the time to beat 5.944 just set.
Oh, that was a great start.
This. Listen.
You'll see Winston and our final competitor Reese next, both wearing a muzzle, just super comfortable and soft.
Winston got that done, and you can really see it with the slow-mo, just suspended in midair.
Yeah, I love it. Man, that's cool.
That is amazing. I mean, his legs were a blur.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that was nutty.
Let's see here.
Wait, you can see it.
I don't get it.
Carol says, "OMG, Brad, calm down."
You know,
I am calm down. This is me. Calm down.
This is Brad. Calm. Okay, so I know we all feel old. Now you want to feel poor too? Okay, I don't know. Do you want me to just let this play? Because it's fascinating. These are the world's 10 richest people, 1996. You see Bill Gates at the top, Walton family there, Warren Buffett third. And it's a fascinating watch. I just don't know if we can make it the entirety of this time to get through today. But I don't know. I'll leave it up there as long as you guys are fascinated.
I think it's fascinating. It's more fun than listening to
me.
I didn't say that.
Michael Dell is up there. Look at that. Larry Ellison.
Lawrence Ellison?
He's the somebody will know in the chat. Larry Ellison is I just knew he was rich, but I always forget.
He's not rich anymore because look at those numbers. Yeah.
But there you go, Paul Allen up there. When does he buy the Seahawks? I wonder if that takes a big hit in his standing. But look at all the Waltons up there. You see that? Mm-hmm. You see all the Waltons. So somebody died, Sam. But they were still in the top 10, even after the fortune was broken up.
But damn, Larry Ellison, man, what's he blowing his money on? Cocaine and hookers?
It's not at the pharmacy anymore, Brad. The cocaine.
What is he? He was a chief technology officer at Oracle.
Okay.
He's 79. Wow, he's 79. Oracle's moving to Tennessee too.
Bill Gates still up at the top. Warren Buffett number 2. We're at 2005. But we got a lot of it's spread out throughout the world.
That's wild.
In the aughts.
Who's Carlos Santana?
Carlos Santana.
Oh, sorry, it's Carlos Simhilu.
Yeah, it's the. Okay, so where are we at here? 2007. All right, Sheldon Adelson. Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, Larry saved up. He must have gotten a steady.
That's in billions? Yeah, billions. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Pretty wild, right?
Yeah, it is.
How cool would it be?
I just want, I would just like to see my name go blip right there and just be there for a second. I go
just half a second.
Just take it out and go, okay, I'm not playing anymore.
And so some Mexican dude named Carlos.
Larry Ellison's back.
That's why I said he got a steady. He stopped blowing in all these individual.
Oh, well, okay. Now it's going down again. He's back in the hooker game.
Larry, we're just playing. Please don't hurt me.
We are.
Please don't sue me.
There comes the Koch brothers.
The big cocks are there.
No,
Charles and
the
David. What?
The Cokes.
I don't want any.
Did the
What?
Boy, the Waltons really blew their money except for Christy.
Is she hot?
To it. I have no idea.
Well, because I mean,
yeah,
Christy
I know.
Walton. Christy Walton.
Oh, there's Michael Bloomberg.
Not horrible.
Bloomberg, yeah, okay.
And there. Oh,
whoa!
Oh! Here comes Bezos.
Yeah, Bezos, yeah. Amazon's doing well. 2016.
Armando.
It's like a horse race.
And Bezos, he's up. Where's
Zuckerberg's
Elon?
up there.
Where's Elon? When does he come in?
And when does he come in?
That's all I thought the whole time, Brandon. Sergey Brin from Google.
Look at how far away Jeff Bezos is getting. That's insane.
Okay, hold on. Let's just pause this for just a second because I want everybody to prepare for this. Brandon brought up exactly what I was thinking when I first watched this. Where's Elon Musk? And I want you to just prepare yourselves.
Wow, does he shoot in there like a hooker?
There you go.
There he is.
There he is.
Wow.
Oh, he just jumps.
Wow.
Did you see that? I mean,
Get
look
the
at this.
hell out the way.
Watch this. Watch the bottom here. 2020, and then game on. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Wow.
Get out my way. Get
out of here,
my
Frenchie.
way. Right? Look at this.
Get out of here, Bezos.
In the course of a year.
Yeah.
Just
That's
insane.
215,000 billion.
Uh-oh, wait. Oh.
Wait, some French guy took. Oh, what?
He cheated.
Yeah. I'm with Brad on that.
Amazing.
Google Bernard Arnault. I have no idea what he's.
I have no idea who he is. Yeah.
He's a professional hooker.
He shot up.
Man. The
He
more
shot
I
up.
said this, the funnier
He's the
hooker
CEO of Elvim.
What you said.
What is he? Our French businessman, investor, and art collector. He's the founder, chairman, and CEO of LVMH, the world's largest luxury goods company.
Oh,
That's what I was gonna say.
Right?
You beat me. to
Makes
it.
sense.
You know what though is weird? Can you see his head?
Wait.
Can you see that picture on my screen?
There he
What's
is. No, just
Not
kidding.
him.
Oh, okay.
Look, he's
Oh,
got
wow.
a huge head.
Whoa.
What is
going on
wrong with
there?
his noggin?
He's like that character from South Park, the counselor from South Park, Mr. Mackey. George,
Got like the brain.
Let's see.
Wow.
Hang on. Y'all
He's
keep
the
talking.
richest
I'm
guy.
looking up something.
He is
God, he even looks like a Bond supervillain. Look at that. Look at that picture. You see that picture of him just in all black?
over here. Where?
No,
Oh,
no,
here.
that right there, right there.
Yeah,
That is some Bond villain nonsense.
that is kind of freakish.
That is weird.
That's kind of a wild. Is that one of those infinity thingy-doos?
I wasn't
What's
seeing what
his-
y'all were seeing. That's awesome.
What's his company called?
LMVH. Excuse me, LVMH.
Is it private or is it public?
Let's talk. Let's talk about this real quick, shall we? Because I've been on a crusade. I wouldn't say a crusade. I've just been ranting for the last couple of years of how there's too many student driver stickers on vehicles. There's not a chance in DFW there are this many student drivers on the road at the same time. There's not a chance. And so I saw this particular vehicle the other day parked in front of a restaurant, and I thought, come on now, stop it. This is stupid.
Did you steal one? Are they magnets?
So, took them all.
You should have taken at least one, because then you can throw them on the back of your car and get away with anything.
Could I not buy my own? And that's my theory, guys.
It's cheaper if you steal it.
That if people are just putting these on their vehicles now, they're getting weathered and worn out because they've been on there for years. Come on, your kid isn't still learning. I'm telling you, this is to get away with cutting people off, and they just have, yeah, exactly. All Indian drivers, is it really? Las Colinas is where the Blaze is located, And yes, you see them there, and you see them all over the metro. And I've asked in the past, and a lot of people said, yeah, we see them here in Florida, we see them here in California, we see them wherever. It's like, I think it's just a license to cut people off in traffic. And I just wonder if anyone has a thought, if you've seen them, because I mean, unfortunately, and I say that we're all in the DFW area. And so we're the same sample pool here, but I would love it if people in the chat would.
It's funny that you mention it because like, I never thought about it until you just brought it up, but
really?
Yes, I am seeing them everywhere lately.
Right.
Everywhere.
Stupid. It's weird.
And like dumb.
I don't like it. Wasn't the student driver sticker like reserved for those cars that teach kids to drive?
I thought
like I can remember when I was learning to drive, it was like a car that had a wheel and everything on for the passenger seat so that the guy could take control if he needed to.
Yeah, well, I know
it was
when
attached
I learned...
by like a chain, like a bicycle chain almost.
Weird.
What?
I just remember in the cars that
what they used to whip you with as a bicycle chain.
No, I was not. No, I don't go to that dungeon.
No, wait. What? Hold on, Brandon. Maybe I misunderstood what you were saying. So when I learned to drive, the teacher was in the passenger seat, but he had a brake pedal over there.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, they had that too. But I can remember the sound it made too, because it was that bicycle chain sound, like it was grinding on something whenever he would turn the wheel. Now, given he never had to do that with me, but every now and again he would do it just to like line us up so that we could go. And I'd be like, that is crazy. And that had the sticker on it. I've never seen those cars again. But I guess you can just put those stickers on anything now.
It's bothering me more than it should. I don't
blame you. I don't blame you.
Let me see if I still have a few
Hold on
videos.
a second. Is this what you're talking about?
Hang on,
guys. I'm getting a call from my wife. I'm going to mute myself. I'll be right back.
Yep. Make sure you're muted. Jeffy was not muted, and that's what you.
No, he wasn't. Is that this? Is this what he's talking about?
Hold on. I'm trying to find your screen here. I got to scroll up. Hang on. Let's see here. Hang on. You got to bear with me because when I add videos or add elements, then here we go.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, weird. No, mine wasn't that weird.
That's it. I know that's kind of weird. I don't remember that either. I just
out in the open like that. No.
And how does the like the driver over here?
I know.
Student driver.
How do you grab
what the hell?
No wonder I suck at driving. I don't have anything to hold on to, bro.
When you're supposed to hold the knob in the middle and twist it back and forth.
That's weird. I just remember brake pedals on my car.
I don't know that they had a steering wheel because Mr. Glenn Fetters was my driving instructor in high school. He was also the junior varsity football coach. I don't remember. I think all it was. Oh, there's another set. I can't. Maybe that's it. Pedal Pros.
Do you remember the first time you ever got on the interstate as a young driver?
Would have been the 14 freeway in Lancaster, California. Kind of.
I remember mine very well.
Vivid imagination of it, but I mean, it would have been. Let's figure out what Brandon.
If anyone is familiar with the city of Atlanta, the first interstate that I merged onto was I-285.
Ugh.
North of Atlanta.
Ugh.
I'm still alive, so that's an accomplishment there. Let's see here. Let me see what else I've got here for you.
This is a Honda with better controls. This would make more sense. But still, that's still got the big stupid.
Yeah, the weird
big
belt.
Cable.
That is, you would think we have advanced by this point as a society to not need to put the belt out in front of the radio and the stick shift. What the hell? Do I have to reach through the belt to change gears?
Scary.
That is not. I don't like it. Let me.
Kind of freaky.
Let me. I think Brandon's in trouble. I think
it looks like it. I think
the wife is laying down something.
Yeah,
he's not.
Right.
He's
in trouble. I just wanted to do Keith's show today. I told you not to do Keith's show.
Yeah, I hate that guy.
But I was change your.
So check this out. Let me explain something. Yes, I I'm looking at all my Post-it notes. I can't move any of them. It'll disturb the force.
All right, I saw that you found the cars.
Yeah, it's annoying. I don't know why we have cars like that.
It's to teach kids to drive and allowing them to take the wheel while also having a safety wheel just in case.
I got it. That's not it. That's not what I'm saying.
What's the problem?
I'm sorry. You were on the phone.
Yes,
so
I was. Sorry.
You
sorry, my wife was calling and I was making sure it wasn't an emergency. And you know what?
Is everything okay, Brandon?
She has new nails.
Wow. You spent that much time on the phone just for her to tell you that?
Crap.
How about you just go, okay, great. You got new nails. Bye.
Have a good weekend. So what I was saying, Brandon, is I do understand the concept of 2 steering wheels and multiple brake pedals in the vehicle.
Well, Keith, the brakes are in case the instructor needs to hit on the brakes too. Because in case the student drivers driving towards something and they're not, so that way the instructor can step on the brake.
And also the wheel is for the instructor to
be able to turn away, right?
Yeah, and then just in case they start panicking or something like that.
I apologize to the audience to have to sit through my question to Brad and now Brandon as to why in 2024 do we have the belt in the middle of the vehicle blocking the radio and the stick shift? Can't we put the belt? Is there not some way to connect the steering wheels behind the front panel there?
Well, no, because then the driving instructor wouldn't be able to take the wheel from the student who's driving towards something.
Just in case they drive towards something. So it's not.
They have a brake.
That's why the brake. The brake is there for that too.
They can hit the brake in case.
Just in case they start going towards something.
Right, because they're students and they're stupid.
What I started to say before Brandon came back was I do like Post-it notes. Because it takes me too long to open up. I've tried like notepad apps and stuff like that. Like I am so out of sight, out of mind. In other words, if I don't see it, man, I forget about it. And so if it's not on my screen, then I'm going to forget about it. But if it's a Post-it note in my pocket, then I'll be like, oh crap, I got to go do that. I got to do that. So
I had that problem with my first 3 wives.
Mine has new nails
in your pocket. I don't understand what's happening. So, but look at this though, y'all. Check this out.
Your life. This looks like a normal notebook, but it connects via Bluetooth to your phone, and it automatically syncs whatever you write in it to digital format. Unlike taking notes on an iPad, this is real pen and paper, and you can save and share your notes as PDFs. You can use the app to highlight key points or erase mistakes, and it comes with extra pages for when you run out of paper.
I've seen that before, and I want one, and I don't even know why.
Yeah,
I don't need it. Right, because I was thinking as I'm watching this, I'm thinking, okay, I still have it written down. That's good. But then would I still lean on the written down thing the way I do now? I mean, like, am I going to look at my phone if I have it written down? I don't know.
The thing with Post-its is because I have them too, and they're all over. They're scattered all over here. And you can see them all. With a phone, you'd have to flip through them.
Yes.
And you can't see them all.
So that's why I don't know if while I want this, I don't know if it's practical for me.
No, it's not. It's not even remotely practical. You know what? If you want to make a list, just literally tell ChatGPT. It will make that list for you. Have you seen the new ChatGPT 4.0?
Yeah, but where does it make the list?
On your phone.
Do I have to
You can literally watch. I'm gonna show you guys.
I feel so old right now.
I'm gonna show you guys something. Just hang on. Let's think of a list to make. Let's think of a list to make.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second.
Ball gag. Ball gag.
No, I was actually telling him stuff I had to buy this weekend.
A ball gag,
top
soil, and what else?
A whip.
A whip. Okay.
And a shovel.
And a bucket. Make sure it's a bucket.
Hey, can you make a list for me?
Sure. Take your time.
What?
Thanks. I need a ball gag, some topsoil, and a whip.
And a bucket.
And a bucket.
That sounds like an interesting combination. Are you planning a specific project or event?
None of your effing business.
I don't want to get too much into it. Also, can you remind me to get a bucket as well?
Wait a minute.
Got it.
What a nosy bitch.
Right.
Anything else you need to know?
That's an interesting.
Yeah. Can you tell me my list back to me just in case I missed something?
Call the project.
You need a ball
TBD.
gag, some topsoil, a whip, and a bucket.
That's it. Thank you so much.
Wait.
Hold on. I also need animal
tranquilizer.
All right, I'll add animal tranquilizer to your list. So now you need a ball gag, some topsoil, a whip, a bucket, and animal tranquilizer.
That's it. Thank you so much.
What do you want to name?
There's nothing
what are we naming this project?
Like kidnapping and murder.
Hold on a second. The FBI is getting off of a J6 case, and they're dropping a pedo. They would never worry about a pedo case. Sorry, they're dropping a J6 case to follow me. What's this Brandon guy doing? We just got this update from ChatGPT. He refused to name the list, boss, but here's what's on it.
Sounds like an interesting project.
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing?
Is that her? Okay, so hold on a second. That is her way. That's very human of her. Instead of saying, what do you want to name this project or what do you plan on doing? She's trying to be all sly. She's like, that's interesting. Like, maybe you'll tell me more, because we know that ChatGPT and the FBI are probably on the same wavelength right now.
What 4.0 does is it's trying to ask you further questions, so then it could use the data that you give it to further help you in your task. So it might like say, oh, well, here's some other things you might need, or, is there anything that I can do to help you organize this task and help you complete work? I've been using ChatGPT 4.0 for the last week, and it has changed my life. I'm not
okay. So when you had her compose that list, and you held your phone up and you said something like, did you have to open anything, or what did you get to activate her listening or whatever? Which obviously she's always listening.
No, I just went to ChatGPT. There's an app that you download, ChatGPT app, and then there's a little, I don't know if you guys can see it. There's a little headphone right here.
Okay.
You click the headphone and you just start talking to ChatGPT.
So what are you gonna do with your bucket, your whip, your ball gag, your topsoil, and your shovel?
Let's ask ChatGPT.
Oh, no.
Striker says, I hope Brandon's wife doesn't get a hold of that list.
Hey, what can I do with a ball gag, a bucket, topsoil, a whip, and animal tranquilizer?
It sounds like you have an interesting mix of items there. Could you tell me more about what you're planning to do? Some of these items might be used in a variety of contexts.
Back off.
So I'd like to make sure I understand your goal to give you the best advice.
Okay.
Can you use your imagination and maybe tell me what I might be able to do with them?
All right, let's get creative with those items.
Oh, no.
Here are a few possibilities.
Oh, gosh.
1, garden scene. You could use the bucket and topsoil for planting or gardening activities. The tranquilizer could be for calming animals if you're working in a more rural setting. The whip might be an unconventional tool to shoo animals away from your plants. And the ball gag could be an amusing decoration, perhaps placed on a window.
Holy shit. I'll tell you what, if I'm trespassing, right, and I come upon a garden and I see a ball gag, I will not be hanging out there.
I do declare that is a very an interesting sort of decoration on their fence. Honey, is that a ball gag?
Now, I don't know
something along those lines last weekend. I think we did.
Hold on a second. I don't know if Patton is still in here, but she's constantly posting like AI type stuff. So if you're listening right now, I'd like to have a picture of Brandon standing in a garden with a whip in one hand and a bucket in another, and maybe some animals running around. I don't know. Have fun.
And a ball gag in my mouth.
Oh gosh. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
That's the most important thing there.
The most important thing there. Well, I will say this. We're not talking about the government blowing up buildings anymore on this episode. That's for sure.
You wanted a more
I did.
light show.
Look at this.
I gave it to you.
Yes, you did. Thank you. All right. So you see this guy?
Oh, I thought that was a spider web.
So this guy made a saran wrap tent. Right? I'm just fascinated by this. Like, I don't have the patience nor the money to buy all this the saran wrap here, but I just found it fascinating enough that I thought, you know what? I'm going to play this for Brad and Brandon and see if they have any.
I like it because I like saran wrap.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I happen to. I don't think saran wrap gets used enough.
The only thing that I can think is like it's got to be so hot in there.
Yeah.
All sticky in it.
It's got to be just so hot.
Especially if you're naked.
It's even worse when it starts raining and the guy's in there. Watch this. Well, at some point it was
That's
raining.
fascinating. That's a great part.
Just
I love
believe
that.
me. Yeah, look at that. He's in there. But you're right. See how hot it is? Look at him acting like he's like,
All
man,
cool
I'm
and
gonna act
stuff.
like I'm all cool and comfortable for the clicks. No, you're not. You're miserable. You're absolutely right, Brandon. That's hell on earth right in there.
I would not. Yeah,
that is a steam bath. Gross.
Yeah, I can feel my skin feeling soggy just looking at that.
Yes.
Especially if your feet stink, it's gonna really stink.
Oh God, yeah, it would smell like a locker room in no time flat.
Yeah, it would. It would.
Thank you.
Would that be a turn off as if a girl is like super hot, but then she takes off her shoes and her feet stink?
Yeah, that would suck.
I mean, you might be into that. You might be into that. I don't know.
I forgot to download another video here, so I'll just
Of a girl with stinky feet?
No.
What?
No, it was a ship on the high seas.
You already had enough videos of women with stinky feet? You didn't know?
Yeah, that's old news for me. Come on now.
Right?
Smell-o-vision. When are we going to get smell-o-vision, by the way? I thought that was promised to us at some point.
No one wants it.
Yeah, I do not want that.
No, but nobody wants it.
Imagine you're watching a crime show, a crime drama, and they walk into that scene room, where they're like, "Oh, this body's been dead for 3 days."
Right. You don't want that.
And you smell,
You don't want that. You don't want. I mean, there's really how many smells in life do you really go? Whoa, that smells good.
Yeah, exactly. This little scene right here would probably also smell very bad.
That would
smell very bad. Yes, yes. So last week, Brandon, I dragged Brad in here as well. He's just a big supporter, and I appreciate his attendance here on the Friday live stream. So if you recall last week, Brad, and all of the wonderful people who joined us then as well, we had the chickens flying out of the woods. Remember that?
Oh,
and
that's right.
Okay, so we had Brandon, we had a bunch of chickens. It was dinner time, it was feeding time, and you've never seen this many chickens flying at the same time. You're like, oh my gosh, they actually can fly. And so they flew in. It was just
like a cock flock.
What?
It was.
Yeah, it was. And so it was terrifying, actually, because they came right at the camera and stuff. So I wanted to ask Brad if that's more terrifying, having chickens fly at you, or even more ducks just doing their thing. They actually, what this is, the backstory is, they're eating the insects that would otherwise destroy the rice paddy fields here in Thailand or wherever.
All right.
So they just release them, and they're like, "Oh, it's like open buffet time." I mean, ducks are cute on their own, right?
They are, cool. But they poop everywhere.
Yeah. Right. I had 2 in the driveway last weekend. That was kind of fun.
Yeah.
I don't need this many.
But I think the ducks are fun to look at. I don't know if I would want to own any ducks.
And geese are a-holes. You don't ever want to have geese
are
around.
Complete a-holes. I would, however, not mind having land where I could own chickens.
Yeah.
For the eggs?
For the eggs, yeah. And also, whenever it's time for it, I could have chicken.
What would you buy first?
The chicken or the egg?
I would buy the chicken first.
Big Brad laugh. Oh, now it's time to go home. You got your fill at the old buffet.
Which did come first, the chicken or the egg?
Gosh. I don't know.
Can I? I think I have the answer to that.
Okay. He's got it.
It was the chicken. Because in order for the egg to hatch, it first had to be incubated. So therefore, the chicken had to come first.
Where'd the chicken come from then?
God.
Hello, Adam and Eve. What's your problem, bro?
Sorry.
What day did he create the beasts that roamed the land? What day was that?
Yeah, 4 or 5 or 6.
Yeah,
9.
somewhere around that time frame. All right. He created the beasts first. What he did not do, what it did not say he did, was he created the eggs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
So yeah, next time someone says chicken or egg, you say chicken.
I like it.
Which day did he create stinky feet?
Idiot. What? What day did he
create stinky feet?
It's the day that Adam was like, "Hey, he's pretty hot, but you know what would be really awesome right now?
She had some stinky feet.
Is if she had some
some walking through
some piglies, you know what I'm saying?
Walking through the chicken coop and boof.
So I have I have two yes or no questions here for you, gentlemen.
No.
First of all, do you guys enjoy watching the Olympics, generally speaking?
Not anymore.
No, not anymore.
Not anymore.
Okay. And do you prefer it, when you did, summer or winter Olympics?
Summer. Winter.
Have you heard this? Have you heard of a new sport that's coming to the Paris Olympics in July? It's breakdancing. Do you know that? It's an Olympic sport now.
That is cool.
Okay. You know, I can see that because it's gymnastics.
Okay. Look, Brad's getting there.
But hang on.
Okay.
Is it though? Because I feel like gymnastics is a lot more like
it's tougher, but still, can you break dance?
No.
No.
Oh,
I'm 40.
Don't put him on the spot like that.
Could you do it when you were 20?
You know what I do now when I stand up? I do this.
Oh gosh. Yep. And you know what? You said you're 40, bro. That's when it happens. I remember when I started announcing my movements. I was 40. It's just like, oh god.
How old are you now?
I got my old man blanket now.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Oh, you bunches. Wait until you're 60.
Ooh.
Damn.
I don't have to wait till I'm 60 to be cozy, Brad.
I'm 48, Bradley.
Oh man, 2 years.
Old,
you
right?
got 2 good years left.
What happens at 50? What's going to happen to me?
Please don't tell me that right now.
You don't want to know, and you don't want to know what happens at 60. You end up going to the doctor and getting shots in your knees.
Okay,
and you go to the dentist, and some kid's working on your teeth. That's like you've got shoes older than they are.
I've had shots in my shin before.
Ew.
Those are fun.
Ew.
Y'all are literally making my skin crawl right now.
I was in my
shots at knees and shins. That just for some reason does not. It's not doing me good.
I think I'm still in my 30s when I first started getting shin shots.
For what?
I don't know, man.
You don't even know.
They don't know. It
was heroin.
I didn't want to say that publicly. But no, they never did figure it out, Brandon, because I'm a freak of nature. But it actually it doesn't happen anymore. So yay, whatever. I don't know why it happened to begin with. Nobody knows. So anyway, they're gonna break dancing, and I had some follow-up questions, but since y'all don't like the Olympics, I don't really have any follow-up questions.
I just completely collapsed.
No, that's cool. No, I'm gonna be curious to know how many people sign up for Peacock. Extra, the sign up
Stop,
for
Brad. Stop.
Stop
it.
What?
Stop.
Let him get through one thing without.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you remember, since we're both old, Brad, do you remember that there used to be these extra pay-per-view channels that NBC tried to pawn on us for the Olympics about 30 years ago, 40 years ago? And nobody cared. Nobody bought them. And so it became, I feel like that's almost what this is. But
that's right.
It's still dumb. They had these 3 extra channels you could buy on pay-per-view if you want to see all the Olympic sports.
Yes, I do kind of remember that. Was that 30 years ago?
I think it was probably, somebody can look this up. I feel like it was 88, maybe.
Extra
88 Olympics.
channels.
I'm just trying to think of where I was because I remember sitting there going, "No, I love the Olympics, but no."
Let's see.
It doesn't.
Back 1980s.
I don't know.
Was it 1980s?
88. Look up 88 or 92 or when was Barcelona? 92.
You mean Barcelona?
Yeah. 1992 extra pay-per-view NBC. I don't have much time with y'all left, so let's did you guys see the Turks and Caicos weird story with the stray bullets and the luggage?
Yes.
They had individuals from Oklahoma, Virginia, Texas, and Pennsylvania. It's 3 men, 1 woman, 4 separate incidents, and they've been living kind of under house arrest in an apartment together, these 4 Americans. One guy, his name is Brian Hagerich, I believe. I don't know for a fact because I can't read my handwriting. But anyway, $6,500 fine, 110 days he spent there. He's coming home as we speak, it sounds like. So that's good.
Who did we piss off
Right.
And Turks and Caicos, because none of this stuff stuff happens in a vacuum. There's a reason behind all of it. It's like,
thank you. I was just about to say, this goes back to what we were saying earlier. There's something more to the story than the official.
Always is.
What is going on there?
There always is. And I don't know what it is, but there always is. It's like, okay,
always.
Haiti. Remember Haiti and what's been happening there lately? But remember the dude that was on the FBI's 10 most wanted list, and he was like the leader of one of the gangs in Haiti. And NBC or CNN had an interview with him, and we're like, wait, the FBI. Remember, Haiti's an island. There's nowhere to go. So if the FBI really wants this guy, CNN found him to do an interview. I'm guessing the FBI could find him.
Well, not if you got all of your guys assigned to track down grandmas that were in the zip code of Washington, D.C.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And the air marshals as well. Sorry, that was a dumb. Never mind.
I'm looking for something here.
A point?
No, you talked about Haiti there, and just a sad story of the young missionary couple.
Oh, I just saw that. Yes,
just terrible, man. Killed them. I'm also. Oh, by the way, Morgan Spurlock, Super Size Me,
dead.
He died at 53. That'll.
You know what's weird? You know that, do you remember him? Because it said in 2017 that he like came out and said, "Yeah, I was an alcoholic for like decades before I did Super Size Me."
Oh.
I had never heard that story before.
What kind of cancer was it? Yeah.
But they're saying that, well, he lost all credibility in 2017 because he said he'd been an alcoholic. So all the damage that they said was done to his liver by the fast food and all that was all BS because he was an alcoholic. I'd never heard that before. Do you?
I never heard that either.
No. I mean, I've got a story about microplastics found in every human testicle.
Did you know
by the
that there
way,
are taste
I don't remember
receptors on
anybody
testicles?
checking my testicles for microplastics. Did you guys?
I keep seeing these stories come up about microplastics nowadays, and I don't know, guys. I don't.
Go ahead. I'll have a look.
Okay, you can put your hand down because they're not coming through like the drink did earlier. Hold on a second. Brandon has got an interesting point.
Brandon, stand up. Just stand up again. Stand up again, Brandon.
Okay, I'm gonna mute.
Right, I had it all up in there.
We almost made it.
We destroyed his show.
We had 8 minutes left before Brad had to go and reach for male genitalia. Okay, so Brandon, hold on.
Yes.
This is interesting where you're going, and let me set you up here. I think because I have no idea where you're going. But before we went on the air here, I was looking up. I was like, okay, you know what? Microplastics.
Okay.
Because the story is based on, it's a theory that maybe this has something to do with male infertility. It's becoming an issue. It's becoming an issue. And so they don't know. The story is just saying, hey, maybe this has something to do with it. We don't know. And I got to thinking, okay, I wonder if I want to see global plastic production. And it looks like this. I don't know if you can see it. No,
I can't.
No, you can't. Let me try to dim this. But global plastic production since 1950. Did that help? Look at that.
Yes.
Straight up. Straight up.
Yeah.
So I thought, all right. Wonder if cancer rates are similar. And they are not. I thought I could overlay the two.
Well, wait a second, though.
Okay.
How do you know these statistics you're getting are correct?
Right. That's fair. That's
the
fair
other
point. So, Brandon, I don't know if that's where you were going. My brain has always thought maybe electricity has something to do. Like, I don't know. Did they know in the 1700s, 1600s, did people get cancer? Did they call it that? I seriously have no idea.
I actually don't know
either. Is there something more modern that is doing this to us with the cancer everywhere? And I'm talking about before 2021 in the invention that
I don't think it has anything to do with plastics. I think it has everything to do with chemicals and hormones and all that.
So what
stuff.
were you when you said, I don't know, guys, microplastics, what were you about to say?
Just no. I noticed the sudden surge of stories about microplastics everywhere.
Okay.
Microplastics this, microplastics that.
They are everywhere.
Forever chemicals and stuff. And I can't help. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong about this. I have not looked into it, but I just see a pattern of here's the new thing that you need to be terrified about. And you need to do what we say in order to avoid buy this instead of this.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same thing as milk is good for you, milk is bad for you. Eggs are bad for you, eggs are good for you. It's now it's microplastics. Before that was toxins. You know, and after a while, I'm just like, bro, I don't know what to be. I don't want to be scared.
You could
of
be terrified of everything.
Be scared. Just be scared.
Just be scared. Yep.
Plastics are not good for us, and they did. I
agree.
They tried to do some study where they were looking for people without any microplastics in them, and theoretically couldn't find anybody who didn't have some level of microplastics in them. But the question is, what do you do? I mean, all right, so there's microplastics everywhere.
What can you do? Live in
Nothing.
fear for the rest of your life? You got to breathe, right?
Right.
Yeah. You got to eat. You got to. Yeah. I understand. I mean, like, don't get me wrong about this. I would love to live in a world where we are using a lot less plastic. If we could go back to like glass bottles, oh God, that would be so great. That would be so great.
There is a story on YouTube about, it's called Forever Glass. And it was created by East Germany, the communists in the 70s. They created some way of making glass that was glass, but was like almost unbreakable and would last 50 times as long as regular glass. But it was never mass produced. They did produce some of it, and some businesses over there still have it. But for the most part, it was ignored because once you put all this permanent glass out there, this forever glass, no one has to buy glass again.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So why do that?
And and it's called Forever Glass. It's a fascinating story because this stuff it's glass and you can drop it and it doesn't break. And the
I'm
story
telling
of it
you
is
guys,
on
like
YouTube.
it's corporations and government need to be watched. Did y'all hear the story about the guy who invented the hydro engine or whatever? Basically, you could run and they poisoned him during a meeting. Well, he was having a meeting with like Ford or GM or something, and they killed him.
The guy down. Well, it's funny because the guy that came up with a carburetor that would get 100 miles to the gallon on gas was from El Paso. He's from El Paso. Aw. Is she freaking out about me being here right now? She's going to try to bite me, isn't she?
I finish your story here, but this is why, guys. You'll remember I made a conscious decision earlier in the conversation that I would put all the serious stuff aside and we would just go have fun. But see, the last few stories here have been from the serious stack, and here we are. And in fact, by the way, as long as we're talking about multiple dead animals on the show, the Doge,
Doge dog,
Kabosu.
Did you see what Elon Musk tweeted out? It was Harambe holding the Doge dog.
No way! I need to see that now.
It is
Hang
funny.
on a second. I think I can find it real quick because it is right. Where is that?
So I want to challenge Brad here. If you
can you see that?
Hold on. Did you put it?
Oh, that's phenomenal.
Is it on the screen?
Hold on a sec. Why isn't it showing? Yeah, what are you seeing on my screen right now?
Nothing.
Nothing?
You are still in your mode.
Present, share screen, X, share, Harambe. There you go. There it is.
You got it? Hang on. I got a dog in. That is so good.
All right.
So good.
I like the wing. I like the angel.
So I have one more story here.
Good.
But before I put this next picture up for the last story, I want to ask Brandon. Well, sight unseen, I guess that's impossible. Let's see, Brandon, if Brad can keep it together during this next picture. Okay? Because I have a story that I hope to be able to get to and explain.
Is it Brittany? What the hell is that? That is a mussel. That's a clam.
Yeah, that looks like a clam.
I know what it is. I know the story.
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Oh,
That family.
Tell us.
You're talking about the family, right? The woman
The
who
mom
got
with the
the
5
mom
kids.
the kids who were out there collecting seashells. But
So if you don't know the story, California sucks.
Go ahead, tell it, because it's good.
Regulations for everything.
It's good.
So, California mother was slapped with a fine of $88,000
What?
after her kids mistakenly collected clams, thinking they were picking up seashells on the beach without a fishing license.
Yep.
Charlotte Russell was on a family trip.
Yep.
That's capital of the world.
Thank God. Thank God they came down on that family so hard, because we do not want kids accidentally picking up clams from a beach.
Clam.
$88,000 is, you know what? I don't think it went far enough. They need to be whipped, all of them. All right. Thrown into a box underground for like
get some animal tranquilizers too, and maybe a
ball gag.
They should each be neutered.
Topsoil.
You don't want to have them out there replicating.
So anyway, she did go to court and got the judge knocked it down to $500. I mean, I'd be pissed if they were charging me.
Okay, and real talk, $500 still too much for kids accidentally picking up clams thinking they're seashells.
I know.
You know what you do? How about this? Take the clams, put them back on the beach,
shove them up your ass.
Wait a minute. So if they put them, are they dead now because they're not in the water? I don't know.
That's a good question. I don't know
maybe they died. Okay, well, if that's the case,
I'm
then hand them
sorry.
to your local seafood restaurant.
Right.
This right here could have happened to me as a kid. Who knows?
Yes, it could happen to anybody.
And this is the difference between growing up in the 80s and growing up in the 2020s.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
This is
Stop it.
dumb. People are dumb. Government's dumb. Corporations are dumb.
Okay, so I know you read stories like that, and like your inner Ron Swanson comes out, and you're like, "Screw you."
It really does. It brings out my Javier Milei.
I have something I did want to share. I wanted to share something with you before you
Nudes?
No, yes.
In your bio?
No, it turned out that Yoda. Did you see that he has a last name? They.
No, is this a joke? Am I set up for a dad joke?
No. L. Write it down because I'm not sure.
Hang on, I gotta get some pen and paper. Hang on. I got a dog in my lap. This is not an easy task. Hang on. I gotta move her vodka.
Okay.
Gotta come over here and get this pad. I told you it's so cramped right here. I gotta change this whole setup. Okay, it's Yoda. So it's Yoda. YODA, and his last name spelled
LAYH.
How long is this? That's what she said.
LAYH. EEHOO.
Is this right? Oh God, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you beyond words. I hate you beyond.
Go ahead. What is this?
I'm not gonna laugh. I'm not gonna laugh.
I hate this man.
That was a great one.
Shame on you.
That was so good.
You're right. You know what? Dad jokes, though. If there's a safe space for dad jokes, it's the Friday live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget thedailymojo.com for Brad. Also, realsaturdaymorninglive.com. That's 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow morning with Jeff Fisher, my coworker, and Brandon Morse is a brand risk, exclusively available on Rumble. He cares much more about his live chat than me, apparently, and I'm so sorry. I do my best, and I just suck at this multitasking, I guess. So anyway, guys, as always, thank you so much. I will see everybody a week from today when my buddy Jonathan Haggerty, Chris Cruz, and like I said, I might try to drag Jeffy in here as well. Stuber Gear and Jason Buttrell coming up on the 7th. June 14th, not figured out yet. June 21st, Tim Young and Alex Spencer. And then it kind of gets cloudy. Oh, July 5th. Don't forget Jason Owings and Patton, Critters for Dinner podcast. Those two will be here as well. And then starting June 6th, I'll be doing the At the Mic deep dive. And we'll get Benjamin Flensborg in here. So, guys, thank you so much. I hope you have a happy Memorial Day weekend. Brad, what's going on below the waist?
Can you feel this and see if it feels like a lump?
All right. I'm going to sign off and have a great Memorial Day weekend. Please remember our heroes that have sacrificed so much to give us the freedoms that we have enjoyed. God bless all of you. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good one.
Shalom.